Okie dokie, we're back. This should be episode 6 of playing Pool of Radiance, 1988. I'll go ahead and load up my saved game. Okay, and apparently yesterday, begin adventuring. Last time, we actually managed to level up our characters quite a bit. But apparently I left off without healing them. So I am just going to do that now. Oh. I'm still a little sick, so I may cough a little bit. I apologize for that. We have 1 Cure Light Wounds left, and we'll just go from the bottom to the top, I guess. Now, let's see here. I could do Hold Person. You know what? Let's gain a little bit more experience before we start... before we start running into Sokol Keep again. No. Helen needs to cast. Okay, let's heal our party 1 member at a time. That's better. So there are a number of places we can go at this point. We could try to finally clear out Sokol Keep. That's going to be a difficult fight, though. With our spellcasters where they are. So. Okay. So save on C. Okay, so let's see here. Where else can we go? There's not much else we can do in the slums. There is one more big fight left to have in the slums, and we're not ready for that one yet. We have cleaned up Kudo as well. There are no more fights to be having there. So the one last fight that we have is through this door right here, and I don't want to do that right now because that's actually kind of a big fight. We could go to Mendor's library. The other thing we could do is we kick around Podol Plaza for a bit. If I didn't take a wrong turn there. Or again. Now, I do want to point this out, that there is actually a reference to the Pool of Radiance right here. So that's just like, I think that's supposed to be just a wall drawing. Alright, so Podol Plaza. So essentially this is a area that's basically been overrun by the bad guys. So there are a couple of fights to have here. But I don't think we want to just stride boldly forth just yet. And I think the idea here is the monsters have taken over this portion of the city, and there's not a whole lot left to do in here. Or not a whole lot of people in here. There is actually one small area where you can find a couple of pieces of adventure, and I believe that is actually just right over here. There's like a you shouldn't be able to actually get through that door without using the knock spell. And I think this is also the same way. You can't get through unless you have the knock spell. Now, I think one of my characters might actually have the knock spell, but she doesn't actually have it memorized. So, next thing we can do is we can actually leave the city entirely and sort of go around and oh, I don't like fighting the Sturges. Sturges suck. I'm gonna stay, but yeah, there are places out here to get into adventure. You can't cross the river just yet. Okay, when you meet people, it's a good idea not to get into combat with them. You know what? Let's go talk to the dragon. So if you notice, there's this tiny little defect in the thing. That's meant to be a cave. So this is essentially a silver dragon, who's a one of the good dragons in good aligned dragons in first edition. I believe in all editions actually. Just hedging my bets a little bit. So, having done that, let's head. So over here we can actually cross the river up here because, as you notice, it's not got this black goop over here. There is. We will actually go and clean that out. Merchants. Yep. Oh. Let's see here. Which I could go back to the civilized area. That's here. I think if we go into the south, that is the wealthy area. Yeah, and there are some fights we can get into over here. Like this one. Let's see here. Nope. I hit exit instead of ready. Let's see here. Let's see if I can arrange... No. Can't get a backstab in on that guy. See, that's one of the things, is that guy should not have been able to turn around that quickly. So basically what I'm doing is, instead of heading out and attempting to take on some of the bigger fights, I'm trying to gain experience points. Let's take the jewelry, and that will give us a whole pile of experience points. Take. Okay, Orc surrenders. He probably shouldn't have, but okay. Money. And the money here isn't anything to speak of. But these things are, because they will allow us to get into a temple much later. Zero experience. Wonderful. And this is where sweeping really comes in handy. So, again, for anybody who might have missed the last episodes, if you have a fighter character... oh, what the heck? I did not mean to do that. That was... Alright. Then if you have a fighter character, they can hit creatures less than one hit die for one creature of less than one hit die for each level they have. So, what's a hit die? That's sort of like challenge rating, only for first edition. First edition, one hit die was 1d8, and so the monsters would have like 5 hit die or 8 hit die or whatever it is. Goblins had 1 to 7 hit points, which is less than 1 hit die of damage. Same thing with kobolds. So, if you have a couple of fighters, you can actually use this to kind of clean out a lot of enemies real quick. And if, like my character here, he happens to have a high strength, yeah, that's going to be helpful, because he is going to have plenty of bonuses to help deal with them. Now, I'm surprised that we don't have enough. We haven't gotten enough. Okay, ogres. Okay, he is going to be hard to deal with. That was a tactical choice I had to make there. Basically, I wanted to anchor that ogre so that he can't move around and attack some of my weaker characters on the side, because he's going to be difficult to use his fight as it is. So we're gonna get some free. Why are we dealing minimum damage to these guys? That should have been a backstab. Maybe it wasn't, I just missed it. Oh, ogre surrenders, eh? There's a backstab. It's hard to arrange for that because sometimes the monsters can actually turn. So what usually has to happen is you have to attack them from one direction, and then they have to attack into that direction, and then you can sneak a character behind them and try to get them. Okay, find a piece of paper under the rubble, and place it in our journal as entry 53. Now, by the way, not all of these entries are actually correct. A lot of the journal entries are actually BS in order to mislead people who would try to figure out what's going on with it. Yeah, okay, that's wonderful. That's a lot of bad guys. So we're gonna search this room and then we're gonna leave. Okay, we're gonna fight these orcs and then we're gonna leave. We're gonna get surrounded over here. So he is going to guard. And then we're going to burn one of our sleep spells. And that'll probably, what I'm hoping to do is keep them anchored over here. So that, yeah, that should do nicely. So that basically they can't slip people around our side and get us. Oh, that'll do nicely. Yeah, it's my headcanon that good clerics don't like to hit helpless people. So, thieves, however, do not suffer from that problem. From that moral quandary. So why don't we, instead... Nope. 29 experience points. Isn't that just so wonderful? Okay, if we turn search off, we'll be less likely to encounter bad guys. I seem to remember there being like more than one thing though in this area. Now, take the jewelry, and that'll give us some more experience points, and that bumps us up to 3 people being able to go up in level. Awesome. Take, share, exit. Okay, we're gonna turn off search. We're gonna head back to a civilized area. Take boat. Yeah, in first edition, you gain a lot of experience, not just through the combat, but also through through obtaining money. And you might ask, well, why doesn't that mean the characters are like absurdly rich all the time? Well, often they were. Let's take one of the pieces of jewelry. You know what? Let's take some of the gems. No, gems are actually in this. Is actually less worth less than the jewelry is in this version of the game. So we're going to appraise some of the gems. That's going to be enough for one person to level up. Anyway, yeah. So that's why they were had a lot of stuff to actually take money away from the characters in this edition. Is you get experience points from money, from finding money or finding magical items or whatever. But what that means is you tend to accumulate a lot of money in your in your character's accounts. So they had ways of like removing money from you. One of which was requiring that you pay for leveling up. So she's going to appraise some of the gems. Sell it, gem, sell it, gem, sell it, gem, sell it, gem, sell it. Okay, that's going to be a butt ton of money. We're going to keep that. Gem, sell, gem, sell, gem, sell. Okay, we now have enough to yeah, one gem. That unfortunately when we sell this it's only going to come in half because of the way the engine runs with the the way the engine runs with the monetary stuff. But that's still going to be a butt ton of money that we can use for later leveling up and IDing and all sorts of stuff. So let's see here. Let's get Yina up, leveled up. Save on C. No. And I believe that test happens when you try to appraise it. So it's like each time you appraise, you're going to get a different amount. I believe that to be the case. Okay, so Yina, D4, Constitution 16, so D4 plus 2. So we're looking at like 3 to 6 hit points. Let's see how much we get out of this. Train. What? Oh. Right, okay. She had just less than... Right. 16. Train. Oops, exit. Exit. Train. Yes, so... 15 to 16 hit... No. What was I thinking? 3 to 6 hit points, so 15 to 18, something like that. Train, and we select our... Oh, she didn't have knock. Let's see here. A lot of these are really useful. We're gonna pick up a bunch of these later on. I'm gonna learn knock so we can get into that one spot in the Podol Plaza, because that's sort of a place to rest if you get stuck out there. Okay, so she's learned that. 16. She rolled a 2. Good grief. Sometimes the RNG just gives you really bad rolls for you, really great rolls for the bad guys, and it's a little bit frustrating sometimes. Load game C, and I believe we actually did not actually transfer money over to... Yeah, transfer to Yina. 60 platinum. train? Yes. $17. Okay, I can live with that. Save on C. Begin adventuring. Okay. Yeah, I've had games where like the fighters gain like 1 hit point for like 3 levels in a row, and it's like that's not believable. That seems a little bit out of the range of probability. I mean, it happens, but you know what? Not such a great thing. All right, so let's see here. View, he probably does not. Wrong character. View, he probably does not have enough to level up. So Torvald will trade some of the. No, not trade. View. Trade to Rinaldo. And save on C. Trade. Train. Shoot. I missed how many hit points he had. You know what? We're gonna live dangerously. I did not check, forgot to check how many hit points he had beforehand, so my bad. Let's see here. Begin adventuring. And then we're gonna do this with Solano. Oops, wrong way. Okay, save. One moment. Trade. Okay, so Solano will, let's see here, he should get 1 to 5 hit points from being a fighter. Again, he's split class, fighter magic user. First edition, you got half the hit points to represent sort of like an averaging out of the things, because you're this weird dual class sort of thing. So he's got Constitution 18, so 3 plus that. So I believe he should get the 3 each time he levels up, and that's one of the benefits. So, let's see here. Train, so that would be what? 3 to 8 hit points. 16. So become a level 3 fighter. Yes. And you got 4. It really likes to have you just roll bare minimum for a lot of different things. Train. 16, so 21. So I don't. Let's see. That should have been. I had 16 before, so this is 5. So that'd been a roll of like 2. I'm gonna save this on D. I'm now doubting whether or not we're getting the full benefit of that Constitution bonus, because if he had that Constitution bonus, he should have gotten more than that last one. We'll find out. I think rules is written in AD&D version edition 1. You should have gotten the full Constitution bonus. Okay, I accidentally cancel the recording again. I'm going to have to rebind the keys so that I have to think about that and do that deliberately. So that I don't have to keep editing my thing post hoc. Okay, where we left off is we are trying to level up Solano. So, train. Yes. 21. That was still... Where's the gold box? There it is. We're gonna. I'm actually somewhat curious as to how this works now, because I think rules as written we were supposed to get the Constitution every time we level up. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to train Solano. 19. It doesn't look like we're getting that. Interesting. Maybe it's only giving us half of it every time? Alright, well I saved one of them on D, so I will load that one up, and then we'll save it on C. Because 21 looks like it was about the maximum we were going to get there. As a matter of fact, I think if it were the case that we had, if it were the case that he got his full Constitution bonus every time he leveled up, 19 would be impossible, because his Constitution is 18, so that should give him +3 per level. And then he would have a minimum of 1 on his roll, so yeah. They must not be giving this version of the engine must not be giving that full Constitution bonus. Interesting. It doesn't look like we're going to get much more than 21, so I'm going to keep it there. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, we need to heal up a little bit. Cast. Let's see here. Who is most hurt? And he's full up. Now she can actually memorize more spells. Okay, because she went up a level. Okay. Whoops. Not yet. Let's see. There's actually a number of options we could do here. We could try Mendor's Library again. Might actually be able to get out of there alive. I want to try a few more things first, though. Being haughty every once in a while does. So this is where we were looking for before. This is sort of like a little shrine, and you can actually purchase some healing spells. You can raise dead. You can cure cure wounds. I don't think we actually get cure critical wounds in this one, but they must have left that in as an option for the churches, the temples. But I don't think the characters ever get it. In fact, they might not even get cure serious wounds. That was one thing from first edition that I think they could have actually done a little bit better. Is they could have had like a more medium, like instead of cure light wounds, cure medium wounds, cure serious wounds, and then cure critical wounds. Cure critical was one of the higher levels. I don't believe you get it in this game, and I don't think you even get cure serious. Although I could be wrong about that. Yeah. So let's see here. They don't have anything to buy. Every once in a while, the temples have something to buy. But then the nice thing about this is you can rest in this area. If you get into a scrap with those goblins, for example. I think there is one more thing we could have done in Kudo as well. Aside from running into walls. You know what? Yeah, I think there is one more area of Kudo as well that we didn't do. Now that I think about it. Yep. Okay, let's put a stinking cloud. Oh, I should have had her memorize. Okay, should have had her memorize another spell before back. That was brilliant. Okay. I know I said it was my headcanon that good clerics won't attack helpless opponents, but, you know, these are animals, so dangerous ones at that. I don't remember if they ever had a... Okay. I think every once in a while, like, the lizards like that will be venomous. And that's a bad thing. Cast. It's a cast. She may have had some sort of treasure. Yes. Oh, banded mail, bracers, and a quarterstaff. Okay. Quarterstaff goes there. The banded mail will go to him. And let's see here, Lalana will take the bracers, I think. And it looks like there was not enough to actually gain a level. I think for some reason I thought this was in the textile mill. There's a textile mill that we run into. You know what we're gonna do? Let's memorize some spells. Magic cast. And Iana. Okay. We're gonna exit. I'm gonna stop searching. I'm gonna go back into Podol Plaza. So what we were supposed to do, one of the things you're supposed to do in Podol Plaza is observe an auction, and that should be right over here. Yeesh. Not right here. There we go. Either a wand or a staff, so we're going to try to move in closer. And I've never actually made a bid. This may be a bad idea. We'll see. $20 orcs. We can do 20 orcs. Can we do 20 orcs? We should be able to do 20 orcs. Oh, except he's got a sling. Gosh darn it. She's going to come over here and cast. Oh, shoot. I should have had some... Well, this might actually be a problem for us. For some reason, I thought I had a bunch of sleep spells. We'll see what happens. We can definitely do this, though. Let's try to anchor this line back here. If I can free my fighters up here, then they can come down here. This may not have been such a great idea. Alright, let's try to get rid of some of these guys as fast as possible. You know what we can do? Cast another stinking cloud. I'll put one right here. Catch as many of those jerks as possible. Okay. Even if they're not helpless, being in the cloud actually reduces their AC. So I think that's the way it works. can we cast another magic missile? What can we do with this guy? You know, let's weaken this guy. Emphasis on weaken, apparently. You know what? Oh, no. If you abort the spell, you lose it. That's better. So, let's see here. Really? Okay, thought it said the air cleared a little bit. Okay, they're starting to surrender, so I'm going to bandage my friend. But I'm going to have to hightail it out of here. That may have been a bad idea. Not doing search. Okay. Now, I have not cleared Podol Plaza yet. The council did want me to get in there and see what was being auctioned off, though. So, that's kind of what they wanted me to do. Now, just a second. Oh, I can't get in there yet. Okay, hold on one moment. My cat wants me to do something. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, we can't rest just yet. Or we can't collect the reward just yet, and we can't visit the shops just yet. So what we can do is we can wander around until daylight. Let's appraise. No, not appraise. Pool. View items. ID that. So that is banded mail +1. And that's a good thing because, yeah, we're going to de-ready this and sell this off. And then he's going to ready this. And, yeah, so we're quite encumbered because we've got these 6 other holy symbols. Halve. We're going to... He doesn't take anything he doesn't give you any money for them. But I believe those also add a huge amount of encumbrance. Now, what we just saw, with regular banded mail you have a maximum movement of 9. But if it's magical, then he gets a plus. He gets 3 movement bonus. So that's why I wanted to do that, is so that he gets this movement bonus and it drops his AC by 1. Okay, so magical banded mail is essentially the same thing as. Yeah, we can. You know what? Hold on. We're not going to do that just yet. I'm curious about whether or not that counts as anything from books, tomes, or whatever about Old Flan. So now, bracers of AC 4. These are going to be really good. She is going to enable this, and that is going to drop her AC to 0. And then I'm going to trade the magical armor over to... I think I give that to you now on accident. Yeah, okay. Trade over to Reynaldo. Okay. View items. And ready, sell, yes. Okay. So his AC should have gone down. I think it might have. It must have. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Oh, yes, I want my treasure. We're going to share it. Exit. Now, one of the things the clerk is looking for is like maps, tomes, whatever of Old Flan. I'm wondering if that tapestry might not count. I cleared the area. I don't believe I actually did that. That should have been the southern part of the city. There should have been a lot more in there, but, well... Okay, they're giving us a reward for Podol Plaza. Exit share, that's quite a bit. And that's what I was talking about. Apparently the thing does not... The tapestry does not count. So... this is our first meeting with Cordona. I believe there's others that... there will be other encounters with him. So, I think I'm starting to run a little long, so this is where I'm going to... I'm going to turn out the adventure. What I'm going to do this time, though, is I'm going to stop the recording. And then, I was going to actually... I was going to stop the recording and then heal them up. Apparently, I forgot. I didn't do that right. So, I will come back tomorrow and post another episode.